Ahoy, fourth graders, and welcome to Unit 7, Lesson 2. If you've made it this far, that means you made it past the first challenging lesson of long division. Congratulations, and welcome to the additional challenge. Today we'll be dividing thousands. So the first example I have to show you today is the number 1,194 divided by 5. Really quick vocabulary review. Remember that 1,194, the number in the house, is the dividend. Divided by the divisor. This is when they're devising the plan with. And the quotient will be written above. Let's get started. So first I asked myself the question, can 5 go into 1? The first number listed there. Well, no. So 0 times. Now, I bring in the next number. Can 5 go into 11? Yes, 5 goes into 11 2 times. Remember, we do not want to go overboard. So if you tried 3, 5 times 3 is 15, that would in fact be overboard. And then we're having to arrange a rescue mission, it just gets messy. Instead, let's just go as close as we can without going over. So 5 times 2 gives me 10, very close. Now I subtract to see what leftovers I have. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Okay, so now the next step is to bring down. Now, I first just bring down the 9. The 4 will have its time, but later. Right now, it is 9's turn to shine. So now I've created the number 19. Next question I ask is, does 5 go into 19? Now, the closest 5 gets to 19. It's a shame that it's not a little higher because 5 times 4 is 20, but that would go overboard. So instead, the closest I can do is 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. So now I subtract to see what I have for leftovers. 9 minus 5 is 4. 1 minus 0, or 1 minus 1, 0, and then another 0. Okay, so essentially I have 4 left over. Now it is 4's turn to shine, and it is so excited. So we bring down that 4, which now creates the number 44. Now, 5 can go into 44. Let me think. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9, 45. Overboard. So I have to go with 5 times 8. So now I subtract. I can see I'm running out of room here. So 5 times 8 is 40. When I subtract, I'll end up with 4, because 4 minus 0 is 4, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So now, here's where the dilemma, which actually can be solved, comes in. There aren't any more numbers to bring down. The last one was this 4. I've subtracted, and I've ended up with 4 left over. That is my remainder. So now I write my final quotient as 238, remainder 4. All right, I have a few more to show you, and then you're going to give it a try. So this next one is 3,248 divided by 5. Now, the number listed first is the one that goes in the house. It's essentially like it'll be the first person to go in the door because they're first in line. So they are also the first person that gets to go in the house. How lucky. So 3,248 in the house divided by 5. So let's get started. Can 5 go into 3? Nope. Put up the 0 as my placeholder. 5, can it go into 32? Why, yes it can. 5 times 6 gets me the closest. 5 times 6 is 30. So now I subtract. 32 minus 30 is 2. Bring down the 4. Next in line, remember the 8 will wait. Oh, I've got all these rhymes today. Fabulous. Now, how many times does 5 go into 24, this new number I've created? Well, 5 goes into 24 4 times. If I did 5, it would go overboard. 5 times 4 is 20. I subtract to see what I have for leftovers from dinner now. 24 minus 20 is 4. 8's turn, no more waiting, bring it down. Created the number 48 to work with. 5 going into 48. So if you think about it, 5 times 9 will get me the closest. So 5 times 9 is 45. So then I subtract, and I end up with a 3. Sorry, my numbers are getting a little out of the way here, but that's okay. So no more numbers to bring down, which means that this lovely 3 is my remainder, my leftovers. So quotient 649, remainder 3. Let's try the next one. This one reads 4,873. This slash, remember, is another way to write divided by 5. So let's set it up. Use blue this time. So put it in the house. Remember, the first number listed goes in the house here. So 4,800. Oops. I was thinking 5 in my head, but that's not the number I would like. I would like 4,873 divided by 5. Okay, fabulous. Let's get started. Can 5 go into 4? Nope, put up the 0 as my placeholder. All right, can 5 go into 48? Yes, the closest I can get without going over is 5 times 9, since that is 45. Subtract, see what's left over. 48 minus 45 is 3. Bring down the 7 to work with first, since that's next in line. 5 going into 37. You'll notice our numbers are very polite. They all wait for each other's turns. Maybe we can learn a lesson from that. So 5 times 7 is the closest I can get without going overboard, because 5 times 7 is 35. Subtract, I end up with 2 left over. 7 minus 5 is 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. I have a 3 waiting to be used, so that creates the number 23. And 5 times 4 is the closest I can get, as that is 20. Subtract to see what's left over. I end up with a 3. No more numbers to bring down, so that is my remainder. So I ended up with 974, remainder 3. I have a few more examples to show you, and then it will be your turn. This one is 18,435 divided by 5. So let's set that one up first. Get my utensils ready. So 18,435 goes in the house. It's listed first, so it'd be the first one in the door. And that's divided by 5. All right, start it off. Can 5 go into 1? 0 times. Can 5 go into 18? Yes. 5 times 3 is 15. Subtract. 18 minus 15 is 3. Bring down the next number to work with, which is a 4. Notice they're all going to wait for each other's turns because they're so polite. 5 goes into 34. 6 times. 5 times 6 is 30. Subtract. 4 minus 0, 4. And then 3 minus 3 would cancel each other out. Bring down the next number, waited so patiently in line, which is a 3. That gives me 43 now. 5 times 8 gives me the closest to start. Do you notice how my numbers keep staying lined up and my quotient too? Make sure your numbers up there are waiting its turn and standing in line as well. So 5 times 8 is 40. Subtract, we have a 3 left over. I still have a number to bring down. My lovely 5. All right, 5 goes into 35. Ooh, yay, perfectly. 5 times 7 is 35. So this time, when I subtract, I'll end up with 0 leftovers. The whole dinner was eaten. It must have been delicious. So quotient for this one is 3,687. Now, I showed you another way that you might see division written out. This is 44,714 divided by 5. Sometimes they use a fraction bar to show division. So let's try this one. I'll show this one in red. So set it up. Put this, in this case, the top number is the leader and is going in the house first. So 44,714 divided by 5. Okay, let's get started. Can 5 go into 4? Nope. Put up the 0. 5 can go into 44, though. 5 times 8 is 40. 44 minus 40, we subtract there, gives me 4. Bring down the next in line, a lovely 7. 5 times 9 gets me the closest, that's 45. We subtract, 47 minus 45 is 2. Bring down next in line, 1. 5 times 4 gets me the closest. 5 times 4 is 20. Then I subtract 21 minus 20 is 1. And I bring down the last number that's been waiting so patiently, my 4, which creates the number 14. Oh, this one doesn't work out perfectly. We'll have a remainder, but that's all right. 5 times 2 is 10. Ooh, that's kind of a sloppy 2, sorry. So 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract that to find my remainder 4. I know it's my remainder because I've run out of numbers to bring down. So quotient for this one is 8,942, remainder 4. So I'll circle that quotient in blue for you so you can see. Now, on this page, I want to teach you a super fast magic zero trick. And yes, magic zeros even work for division, thank goodness. So when you have numbers like this, 5,000 or 4,000 or 450 or 550, where it ends in zeros, either 1 or 3 or 5 zeros, use the magic zero trick, please. It works so much easier. So what you'll first ask yourself is essentially, how does 5 get into the first two numbers? So in this case, 5 times what gives me 50? Well, you know that. That's a simple trick of 5 times 10 gets you 50. Then you look at, well, how many zeros are left over to use? You just used these first two numbers. 5 to get into 50 is 5 times 10. How many magic zeros left over? 1, 2. And you know that 5 times 1,000 would indeed give you 5,000. Look at how fast that was. Fascinating. Okay, so now let's do the same trick, but for this one, 4,000 divided by 5. Now keep in mind this is only going to work with your numbers that are in the hundreds, thousands, that end in zeros, okay? So look at the first two numbers. Can 5 go into 40? You know that 5 times 8 is 40. How many zeros left to use? 1, 2. You put them up in your quotient as well, just like we were doing with magic zeros and multiplication. And you know that 5 times 800 would give you 4,000. Okay, next one. 550, remember, look at the first two numbers. So 5 to get 55, 5 times what? 11. 1 magic zero, boom, pop it up into your answer. Beautiful. Okay, last one. 5 going to 45, you know 5 times 9 is 45. 1 magic zero at the end, boom, pop it up into your quotient. So again, this works if there are zeros at the end. You just pop them right in like they're magic. For your ticket today, 4th graders, I'd like you to first solve 8,435 divided by 5. So that's number 1 for you today. Then I'd like you to solve 37,265 divided by 5. So that's number 2. Remember that the top number or the first one listed, these will go in the house. And then you'll divide using the number 5. Good luck. I know you will do so well.